we've run across our next guest who's got a plethora of cool accessories, automotive goodies from all kinds of things that are going to make your life a whole lot easier. He's the Executive Vice President of Sales for a company called Whistler and the Whistler Group. J.D. Davis. J.D., welcome into Tomorrow. How are you, sir?
Nice to be in here. Thank you. I'm doing very well. Enjoying this beautiful weather and the show.
Oh, yes. It is a beautiful day in New York, and we're just over the river, overlooking the river. It's a nice place to be here at the Javits Center. You're getting a lot of attention at your exhibit here because you're showing some pretty cool things, including the ability to keep us from being stranded with the battery issues. Let's start with that.
Yeah, it's a great product that we've came out with, Dave. And what this one does, we have a full assortment of jump starters. This particular unit itself, we developed so that it would do a dual battery diesel engine. So you don't have to have two jump starters, you simply have one. And this will push out about 500 cranking amps. So it
much more than most of us will need.
Absolutely, and it's great. You can also charge your peripherals on here, your phones and those kind of things. But the main important reason is to get you to safety. And jump starting it will let that happen.
And it's very light by comparison. I mean, you can tell there's some weight here because there's a battery in it, obviously. But it's not the kind of thing that you would, have to deal with a very heavy battery to crank it out and get your car started or help your neighbor or whatever.
And that's the big thing. You don't have to, if you're in a situation, you don't have to flag anybody down. If you have jumper cables, they're great, but you have to find another vehicle to jump off. So with this particular one, it's all self-contained. All you do is pull it out of its case, hook the positive and the negative cables to your battery, go around to your car, and boom, jump start it, and you're on to safety.
And it's that easy, and a nice carrying case that it comes with too. So you've got your jumper cables, you've got your charging device. It's all there. Is this available on the market now, and for how much?
It will be shipping in the next couple of weeks, and it'll be for $149 retail.
Wow, you'll be somebody's hero, and let alone your own, when you use it. Oh, I'm sure you will be. And this is called Max.
This is the Max Jumpstart by Whistler. Yes, and it's again, it's got a power-packed battery that's going to get you to safety if you have a dual diesel. It will also start the 4-cylinder, 6-cylinder, your ATVs, your motorcycles, your boats. It'll do all of that, but it'll also jumpstart your dual battery diesel, which is really special.
Because we all have a dual battery diesel in the garage. Well, it won't fit. There you go. Now, one of the things we've had a lot of requests for lately, because it seems like all the new cars the last couple of years have got a backup camera, and that's very handy. But folks are saying, yeah, but now I've rented a car and it had one, or I'm driving, my wife's car, she's got it and I don't, or whatever. Right. People are saying there's got to be the type of device we can add a backup camera. A lot of them, of course, are really great, but you got to wire them, or you got to spend $150 at a local 12-volt retailer to do it. Tell me about your backup camera that's digital and wireless.
Well, it is digital and wireless. And one of the things, it took us several years to develop this, Dave. And what we wanted to do is make this a DIY product, truly a plug and play. And we were successful in doing that. And what you do with this particular product, it comes with a template. You take your license plates off your vehicle, slide it in the template, then put the vehicle or the plate back on the vehicle. You go and plug in the monitor into your 12-volt cigarette lighter. It communicates by RF to the camera, and you're in business. That is it.
And it's that easy
to do. And one of the things that we made sure to do is that, look, we put solar panels on the template so it trickle charges the battery. So as long as you have sunlight, and there's many ways to get sunlight, as you know, Dave, it will charge the battery on board.
That's nice. And for those not yet seeing the video, listening on the radio, perhaps you're driving, so pay attention to the road. But the camera's on top of the license plate, and on either side of the license plate, the little holder, is where you've got some solar cells. So it's charging all the time.
Charging all the time. It's very simple, and the camera is adjustable. I use it a lot to back up to my boat, trailers, those kind of things. And you mentioned the fact that this is one of the top requested accessories from somebody that owns a vehicle. And yes, in 2018 you're supposed to have backup cameras in all vehicles, but Dave, the average vehicle on the road today is 14 years old.
So not only do they not have it, but it's such a safety issue. I mean, my last couple of cars have been very lucky. They've got it, and I couldn't live without it. If I went to another car without one, I'd be having to get one of these, but what is it going to set me back?
This one right here is going to set you back a total of $99, Dave.
Okay, that's cool. Wireless backup camera for less than $100 and do it yourself on top of that.
It's crazy.
How did it stay in business? It's crazy. It's and now we're talking about other cool vehicle accessories, and there are many. So Chris is moving the camera down to start looking at some really interesting dash cams. Whoa, good move, even with a tripod. Look at that. We could hardly tell.
You have trained him well.
Oh, by all means. It's as if he has wheels, but he doesn't on his own feet. So let's start talking about some of your popular dash cams.
So some of the dash cams, this particular, we get into, there's some a lower end, so to speak. So somebody that just wants the camera on their dash and just to have it to, in case they get in an accident, they can record the accident. And then we get into where, okay, we added filters. And this particular unit has a series of filters that will take care of the glare that may happen on your windshield on a sunny day, for instance. So that's kind of a step up, if you will. So we
just a little screw-on lens filter.
Lens that takes off and takes on. So we have kind of like the good, better, best scenario, right? And then you get into the top line. This particular unit we call, oddly enough, Dave, this is our Rosie. She reminds you of the Jetsons back in that day.
I was going to say, Jetsons Rosie? All
right. Right. So the cool thing about this particular unit is that it's neat in design. It's kind of a sphere design. And if, let's just say that you have this on your windshield, you can rotate it. Okay, but the really cool thing is if you want to remove it from the windshield, say if you're in an area where you don't want somebody to look at it, maybe potentially break into your car, you simply detach it. It's magnetic.
So he just pulled the camera from the little body holding it, that apparently also would be the thing powering it, right? Just pulled it magnetically from the device, and there it is, back on again.
That's it. It has GPS and Wi-Fi, so it comes with an app that you download from our site. And you can then communicate to the unit. You can pull or upload your videos and or your pictures, and you can then send them to your media sites.
Awesome. And what are we talking price range for the different dash cameras, starting and going?
So you're going to look at a $59 up to $79, and then when you get to the Rosa, you're looking at about a $129.
Okay, very cool. Certainly affordable by all means, and they all have screens on the back.
Absolutely.
A lot of folks have these dash cams that unless you have the app working on your phone, you don't know if you're getting the view you're looking for.
That's correct.
So this is handy.
Well, it's there to also line you up, right? You want to make sure that you're not getting more video of your hood or the sky, but you're getting it in front of you, and that's why we kind of have those on the back end. But then also allows you to upload your information or your videos or your pictures up to your social media site. So it's kind of an interactive thing too on the Rosie side.
Yeah, when you get those unusual things that occur in front of your vehicle, hopefully not a terrible accident. But
sometimes it works for you and sometimes maybe against you.
That's also true, because the same officer that sees, oh, you've got a dash cam, can prove your guilt.
That's right.
Hopefully your innocence.
Hopefully so. Yeah.
Now, speaking of guilt or innocence, you got to be talking about radar detectors, and I noticed that Whistler has several of those too.
Well, that's what we cut our teeth on, Dave. I mean, we've been in business since 1970. We've built a lot of radar detectors over the years. We've had a lot of technology that we've introduced to the industry. So yes, we're known for that. We have some new high-performance radar detectors, and one of the things that we've also done with our radar detectors, as you can see a lot, is we now made them bilingual, Dave.
I was going to say that's a misspelling, or that's caution in Spanish.
That's caution in Spanish. That's city in Spanish. Not only does it show you text bilingual, but it also speaks to you in bilingual.
Nice. Those of us in Miami, that would be something that we would see on a regular basis, I'm sure. But I'll stick to the English one. But it is cool to know that you've got the ability to have a bilingual radar detector.
Absolutely. But at the end of the day, you buy the detector so that it can detect radar. So that's the benefit of it.
In any language, warning, slow down.
And this is a high performance level. We have several of that that will certainly do that.
Now, one thing that I discovered before we went on the air chatting with you is you've got something that, to my knowledge, no one else is doing yet. I'll bet once they see this and know it's available, you're going to have some copycats.
Well, the cat's going to be out of the bag. Yes, absolutely. And what we did is we listened to our customers, Dave, and they said, look, we've got the dash cam on our windshield. I have a radar detector on my windshield. Wouldn't it be really nice if you could combine those two into one unit? We've been working on this for several years, and lo and behold, we did come up with our multi-function unit, and this is it. So we married basically the radar detector with a dash cam. It's all one unit now.
And the dash cam video can easily be sent, I'm imagining, to your smartphone or tablet.
It's the same, yes. You download the app, you can view your videos, you can view any pictures that you take, and then you can also then send those on to your social media sites.
Love it. And again, price range for the Whistler devices?
It's going to be $169 to $179.
Very affordable compared to a lot of other radar detectors that are $600-700, and they don't have a dash cam built in.
That is correct. It's a and again, Whistler's known for value statement for the consumer, and we listen to our customers and what they want. And this was something that they really wanted that really resonated with them. So we were we obliged and made it.
Well, JD, and I know this is only a little bit of what you have available as far as what you're showing, and we've got to get you back on the show because there's so many other cool accessories to talk about.
We would love to. We've launched several new things at this show. We've got a lot of things that we're going to be probably bringing to the market in Q4, so we'd be happy to visit with you again.
Just in time for the holidays. A perfect stocking stuffer will be an item that you can use in your car or your loved one's vehicle and maybe help protect them.
It is great. And there's some technologies that we're bringing to the dash camera market that's really exciting. We have one now to where it would automatically sense low light. When you get into the dash camera market, what you want to make sure is that the video is good at nighttime or low light conditions. We've got some technologies that will automatically sense that and bring you to black and white, which gives you a much more defined video.
And that's better than none at all, or all pixelated, or you can't make out what's going on. It's in black and white, but it's crisp. Now you can see what's happening.
And we back our products. So we have websites, we have phone numbers that the customers can call if they have questions, and we're happy to talk to them as long as they want and need questions answered.
Well, you back them up just like the backup camera. All right, very cool. JD, thanks for joining us here at CE Week.
Appreciate it, Dave. Thank you.
It's our pleasure. You can visit their site for more information at whistlegroup.com, just like it sounds, whistlegroup.com. We'll get you there, too, when you visit us. Just hit us up at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. We continue from CE Week in New York this week here on the Advanced Media Network.